students. In previous classes we have studied about the states of motion like rest and motion. A body is at rest if it is changing its position with respect to the surroundings. It's in motion if a body is at rest if it is not changing its position with respect to the surroundings. For example, at present this board and myself, we are at constant distance from each other, so we are at rest with respect to each other, right? And a body is said to be in motion if it is changing its position with respect to the surroundings. Like if I start moving, I start changing my position, so my distance with respect to this board is changing, so I am in motion with respect to the board because my position is changing. So to describe motion, we need to talk about certain terms. Like right now I use the word my distance with respect to the board is changing. So distance is one of the terms that can be used to describe the motion of the objects. So in today's class we will talk about these two terms that are used to describe motion of the object, distance and displacement, right? Now for example, let us say there is a car which covers a distance of 3 km from point A to point B. It covers a distance of 3 km from point A to point B, say in north direction, right? It's moving towards north, south, east, west. Now it is moving towards north, then it goes to east, say to point C, covering a distance of 4 km. It goes to point C, covering a distance of 4 kilometers. Now how can I describe the motion of the car from point A to point C, right? I can say the car has moved a distance of, say, AB plus BC, that is 3 plus 4, 7 km. This is one of the way I can describe the motion of the car. That car has covered a distance of 7 km. Now one other person can say the car is displaced from A to C in the northeast direction. You can say it is displaced from A to C in the northeast direction, right? This is north, this is south, this was east, so it is between the two, it is northeast direction, right? So he says the car is displaced, right, by a distance of AC. How can I find AC? If I use the Pythagoras theorem, AC square is AB square plus BC square. It looks like a right angle triangle and AC is the hypotenuse. So AC square is AB square plus BC square. So I can write it as 3 square plus 4 square, 9 plus 16, that is 25. So AC square is 25 kilometer. So AC is 5 kilometer. So he can say the car is displaced by 5 kilometer towards northeast, right? Observe, when he is talking about the distance covered is 7 kilometer. He is not talking about in which direction the distance is covered. But the moment we talk about this term, the car has been displaced from A to C towards northeast, we need to write this term, right? So this is how these two terms seem different. Distance is the total length covered by the object and displacement is the shortest distance from initial point to final point, right? Other can be, we did not talk about the direction with this term distance, but we did talk about the direction with this term displacement, right? So these are the two ways we can say that these two terms are different. Let us try to look at these two terms using some other example now. A rider is riding the bicycle on a circular path. Okay, he is riding the bicycle on a circular path. And the radius of this path is say 3.5 kilometer. The radius of the path is 3.5 kilometer. So, if he is moving, starting his motion from point A, completes this circular path and reaches back at the same point. He completes one circle. So, again, how can we describe this motion now in those two ways like we defined previously? We can say he has covered a distance of the circumference of the circle, that is 2 pi r, right? Or this can be 2 into 22 by 7 and the radius is 3.5 kilometer, right? So 3.5 kilometer. So we can remove the decimal here. This can be 35 by 10 or 7, 5. Is it 35? 5 2s are 10 and 2 and 2 cancel. So this is 22 kilometer. So we can say he has covered a distance of 22 kilometers. He has covered a distance of 22 kilometer while riding this bicycle around this circular track. Alright. Now, a person may say, although he has covered a distance of 22 kilometer, but he is not displaced at all. He is back at the same point. So, displacement denoted by capital S. Displacement, he is not displaced from his initial position. It is the distance between the initial position and the final position. Initially he was at A and now again he is back to A, the same point. So his displacement for this circular path is 0 kilometer. So he is not displaced at this time. What if he covers 2 rounds of the same path? Into 2. 3 rounds of the same path? Into 3. Right? And in all those complete rounds, the displacement is going to be 0. Now, what if it does not complete the round? Rather, this time say he covers 2.5 round of the circular track. He takes 2.5 round of this circular track. Now, what is the distance now? Distance is the total path covered. So, 1 round, 2 round and the other half round. Okay, this is where he stops, point B. So, now his distance can be 5 by 2 into 2 pi r. Fine. His distance can be 5 by 2 into 2 pi r. Same here, I'll have to add 5 by 2 here also. 5 by 2 here also. And finally, he has covered a distance of 55 kilometer. He has covered a distance of 55 kilometer if he completes 2.5 round of this same path. Now, what is his displacement? Now, it seems he has been displaced from point A to point B. He is finally at this point. So, the difference or the distance, the shortest distance between initial and the final point. We can say A to B can be this half circle also, half circumference also. But displacement is the shortest path between initial and the final point. And shortest path will be this only. Okay, this cannot be the shorter path, this cannot be the shortest path. The shortest path is this only, right? So displacement is the diameter 2r, 2 into 3.5 kilometer, 7, 2 cancelled, so this is 7 kilometer, right? So displacement now is 7 kilometer. So we said distance is a term which does not require direction. Displacement is a term which requires direction from A to B, right? It requires direction. So what do we conclude from this lesson? We conclude that distance is the total length covered by the object during its journey from one point to the other. And displacement is the shortest path or length between the initial point and the final point. Okay, that is the destination point, right? This is one difference. The second is that distance only requires magnitude for the description and displacement requires magnitude as well as direction. So distance is a scalar quantity and displacement is a vector quantity. Right? So this is what we conclude. It is the total length covered. It is the shortest distance between the initial and the final point. It's a scalar quantity and displacement is a vector quantity. Hope the concept is clear to you.